Hello, hello, vuta stool nikupe udaku. It's all about laughing the pain out, laughing the dramas, and of course, laughing the past away. Let us know how ulibebo fala. Let's laugh together. Chanua wase in a funny, humorous way. It's never that serious. You got drama? You got us. Only in Reality Drama with Banette Tamara.
Our world is a drama set for some of the most outstanding stories. Stories that will teach, encourage, shock, engage. Stories that will change our perception of life or make us laugh and cry in equal measures. Stories that capture who we truly are. So with that, I want to welcome you to Reality Drama Talk Show, and I'm your host, Banette Tamara. Today's story is of a single handsome guy, not perhaps in a conventional sense, but he had that appearance which could make him stand out in a crowd. He was handsome from the depth of his eyes to the gentle expression of his voice. He was the type of a guy who could get anyone, anytime, like an arrow straight to their heart. He was extremely muscular with 8-pack abs and 16-centimeter biceps. Who wouldn't like that? He was tall, dark in complexion, with a bewitching eyes that were alluring and also innocent as a child's laughter. So on this fateful day, our handsome guy was browsing through his Facebook account, and he happened to see a profile of a very attractive brunette called Njambi, who would have captured his attention under any circumstances. She was an exceptional woman, one with a sense of inclusion and rightness that could change the world, he thought. This is a damsel, and I should talk to her. So he quickly slid into her DM. Damn, you're the type of a person that makes forever seem too short. I'm jealous of the morning sun that gets to be the one to see you first, or the coffee cup that gets to kiss your sleepy lips awake. All I can ask from you is to know you better and to stay, just stay. After that long exchange of texts, things started taking off. They quickly started building castles on air. They were both madly in love with each other that they couldn't wait to meet. By the time they were talking, our handsome guy Mwanawe Fue Divan was in his upcountry home in Bungoma, eating his mother's engoho. But he promised his pretty lady Njambi the moment he set foot to the city, he would take her for dinner so that they could get to know each other in person and get to know each other better. Forever finally came, and Divan was finally in Nairobi, so he called Njambi and set a date for Friday. So on this fateful day, he woke up early, dusted his entire house, changed his beddings, mopped the entire house, for just in case Njambi decides he wanna spend the night at his place. At around 2, he took a shower and left, headed to Westlands Westgate Mall. He arrived some minutes to 4 p.m. and he was quite sure he was earlier than her. He would see a couple walking in holding hands, and that alone would give him goosebumps. The thought of how Njambi will turn heads in admiration would blow his mind. This reminded him of the poem by Curtis. Her sweet, gentle voice on her phone would nurture an energy of peace. She would speak word into existence, or an empty life into its meaning, at least for the moment. Sometimes he would celebrate the sound of her voice, and other time he felt that he needed to recover from it. That's how sweet Njambi's voice was. To hear her, regardless of what was being said, it is to be touched, addressed, spoken to at a level beyond, deeper than the conscious. Deep calls onto deep calls. He had reserved a seat right at the center where no one would have missed to see them, not even the blindest of all. At about 4:30, he received a call from Njambi saying she would be late by 10 minutes. It was okay with him, nothing mattered. In his mind, he had anticipated that she would wear a red alluring dress that screamed elegance. After all, a man's longing is measured by heels. Njambi's voice on the other end of the phone was panting, and he could only hope that his princess was all right. As the gentleman that he was, he decided to wait outside for his princess to arrive. He did not want to give her a tough time looking for him. It wasn't in her league to do so. Nah, that wasn't Njambi. Divan was dressed in a modern two-piece, well-tailored black suit, a double-cuff white shirt, black slim tie with a well-polished shoes. He wore a Bentley cologne. In short, he was dressed for the occasion. His phone buzzed and it was Njambi saying she was at the gate and if Divan would go pick her up since she was shy getting in. When he got to the gate, he couldn't see anyone that matched his expectations of Njambi, so he decided to call her. "Hey love, I'm at the gate. Where are you?" She replied, "I'm standing right behind." So he turned to his shop. This Chile was short like a dwarf. She was bald-headed. She was sweating, profusely dripping wet like someone who had just poured water on her. This lady was dressed in a baggy yellow t-shirt with a fake Nike on it. This is in a yellow t-shirt on a date. Kamba, hello? Do you even? Oh. To make it worse, she had a blue short and rubber shoes. On her head, she had a yellow bandana that was screaming ghetto with the label Nikki, not Nike, Nikki, that matched her t-shirt. This lady had over 20 bling bling fake chain on her neck. I don't know how she survived carrying all that metal with her. What shocked the hell out of him were the rings on her hands. They call them the mangoto. Some were lion-shaped. He had never seen such huge rings in his life. They immediately gave him this vibe. Ngumi ni bwegze buda, rada, zua tukuchafue ghasia. That was the vibe, bro. That was the vibe, yo. Before Divan could recover from all that, Njambi pointed at her motorcycle. Apparently, she had been cycling from Huruma to Westlands. He gets why she was panting over the phone. The tomboy Njambi finally told Divan, and I quote, "Mverified, cheki, peo yu wachi ruabe anicheke hii machine ya mine, nisitokwe, ama niaji." He didn't even understand what that was, but he remembers removing 1,000 bob from his pocket and handing it to that guy standing beside him. And he started walking faster towards the restaurant. He didn't want anyone to know that they're together. As if that idiot Njambi had not tormented him enough, he screamed, "Buda, si unitegee tuingianishe, ala, kwani ni hao? Hizi ni mawitch." He held his temper and stayed silent and said a prayer to God to give him humility. Since he had paid for the restaurant and everything, he thought it wise. Why not just enjoy dinner with Njambi and call it off from there? So he got in and all eyes were on them, you know. All eyes on you, all eyes were on them, yo. He was sure everyone thought that they were misplaced. Got to their spot and sat and hoped that she would do the same. To his surprise, she stood there looking at him, drawing all the attention of the entire room to them. Remember, they are seated at the center of the room. No one would have missed to see them. Out of nowhere, he asked her, "What?" At the top of her voice, as if she was waiting for that exact moment, she had the guts to ask me, "Kwani, what kind of a gentleman are you? Yani huwezi nivutia kiti?" Divan was furious. He had had enough from this lady. He didn't care anymore. He replied, "Bangi unajua kuvuta lakini hujui kujivutia kiti. Ebu kaa chini ukule uende, we msichana." The room was full of laughter. By the time Divan boarded his Uber back to Kileleshwa, Njambi's number wasn't in his phone. Take a day to fear women. Catfishing is real. On the other side of the story, Njambi got to enjoy her dinner and eat out. Hapa ndio wanasemanga kula tu fair ama ni vipi?
The past that made us stronger. Stories that unite us. The drama of life, relationship and heartbreak. Walk the talk in reality drama with Banette Tamara.